Today's racing is proudly brought to you by Sparacio'S Speed Shop and QC Racing. Welcome back to the Aussie Diecast Racing League and more semi-final action of Sam Sparacio'S Mustang Challenge. This is semi-final number 4. Let's go down and meet the drivers. First up in the 2015 GT Mustang, that's John Alexander. Driver number 2 in the Boss 302, that's David Sparacio. Finalist number 3, that's Simon from Hot Car Track in the Mustang convertible. And driver number 4 in the Johnny Lightning GT Mustang, it's Jim Lysenring. Let's check out the odds thanks to our buddies at Sportsbet, where we see Lysenring $1.40, Alexander $1.90, Simon $2.25, and Sparacio at $2.35. Cars are ready to rock and roll for the first race of the day. Jim Lysenring and David Sparacio on pole. Cars are ready to roll, drivers are strapped in. Lights begin to count down to go time, and away we go. That's a fast start there by Lysenring. Looks like he's going to get the whole shot. Gets a little bit loose heading into turn number 3. Can he hang on? It's close. Simon from Hot Car Track comes over the top like rolling thunder. What a close race that one was. We'll have to have a look at the replay here to see if we can find out who's won this first event on the card. Lysenring looked like he had it sewn up, but got out of control out of turn number 4. It looks very close there from that angle. Let's have a look at the front on replay and see if we can distinguish who's got the points in race number 1 at the Valley. They come around the corner, cars are bunched together, and it's a dead heat between Lysenring and Simon from Hot Car Track in race number 1 at the Valley. Alexander rolls in for 3rd, and David Sparacio, after starting on pole, has come in 4th. Let's check out the leaderboard after the first race, where we see Simon from Hot Car Track and Lysenring tied on 5 points. Alexander 3 and Sparacio on 1 as we move up for race number 2. We see Alexander and Lysenring on pole. First time up the front for Alexander today. The lights go out and away they go. That's another quick start by Lysenring. Hits the corner well and looks to have this one under control. It's an easy win for Lysenring. Alexander comes in 2nd, David Sparacio 3rd, and Simon comes in 4th after winning the first event on the card here at Thunder Valley. Well, that was a nice clean race. Good start there by Jim Lysenring in the Johnny Lightning. He took off, won that race in a quick time of 5.04. Okay, let's check out the leaderboard. After the second race of the day, Jim Lysenring moves out to 10 points. Simon sits on 6, Alexander 5, and Sparacio on 3.
A World Cup in Qatar is a bit, nah. Are you sure you won this bid fair and square?
Yeah. Nah.
Oi, still going to work today?
Yeah.
Hey, champ, are you really hurt?
Yeah, nah.
You blokes keeping a lid on it? Say yeah, nah, Qatar. And yes to Sportsbet, the easiest place to bet on the World Cup. Oh, wow.
Welcome back to Thunder Valley Raceway. This is race number 3 of Sam Sparacio'S Mustang Challenge. Simon and John Alexander up the front in the convertibles as the lights go out. The cars take off, 1 and 2 for the convertibles, but there goes Sparacio. Spins around, shows off all his skill, goes across the line to win handsomely over John Alexander in 2nd, Simon 3rd, and Jim Lysenring's upset his apple cart. He's come in 4th in the 3rd event of the day here at the Valley. Well, just here, David Sparacio took over. You can see Lysenring out the back. This is where Sparacio turned himself around. It didn't matter. He went across the line backwards, waving like a little bit of a smart aleck there to Alexander, who finished in 2nd position once again. Well, let's check out the leaderboard after the 3rd event of the day, where we see Lysenring on 11, Alexander on 9 after 3 second placings in a row. Simon and David Sparacio tied on 8 points apiece as we move in to the 4th and final race here today at Thunder Valley. Important points on offer here in the final event, with Sparacio and Simon up the front for the final time today. Drivers are strapped in, they're ready to go. The lights begin to count down. Away we go. That's a good start there on the inside by Simon. Looks to have it won, but there goes Sparacio. Gets out of control late, but gets the victory over Simon in second. Lysenring in third, and Alexander comes in fourth in the final event of the day and claims one more point to his total. But it looked like here that Simon had this under control. I think he slipped a gear which allowed David Sparacio to sneak on past. Once again, flipped himself around to flick the bird to his good mate, Simon. Well, what an event that was. Now, before we continue on, I'd like to wish a very speedy recovery to KC from Metal Mania 3D. Go and give him a sub. I hope he gets well very soon. He's currently in hospital and battling a bit of an illness. Okay, here are the final scores of the day. Look at this. That's Sparacio and Lysenring tied on 13 points apiece. Simon from Hot Car Track on 11 and Alexander on 10. But it was all about David Sparacio. What a drive by the man in the Boss 302 Mustang. And Jim Lysenring in that Johnny Lightning had the foot to the floor for the entire event. Sadly, we've got to say goodbye to John Alexander from Spoolheads Racing and Simon from Hot Car Track. Go and check out his new channel. That's Asia Street 365. There'll be a link in the description. Well, if you liked what you've seen today, remember to subscribe to the channel and help us survive. And remember to come back next week for more racing brought to you by Sparacio'S Speed Shop, QC Racing, and Sam Sparacio.